Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to be going over my final Ben 10 figures. And I'm pretty sure you've heard about the situation with the Titanic where I used a certain kind of stuff that ate the plastic supports to the hull of the ship. Thankfully, I have an update on that. Um, I'm very grateful for it, but a subscriber to my channel has reached out to me and said that they're going to be sending me a replacement piece for issue 2, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And when I get the piece, I'll be doing a video showing me replacing the part, and then I'll basically give them a shout out on my channel when I get that piece in the mail. And Agora Models has also contacted me and said that they can send me the other piece, but it's going to cost me a minimum of $15. So I'm working on doing that right now, getting those 2 replacement parts back in the mail. And then we'll be able to continue the build on our ship once I get those parts in. So that's some good news to let you know. But anyway, let's get to the video. In our first one, we have one of my old ones. This is the Ben 10 in his little space suit. All the other ones that you can collect. He's been open. I just stuck him back in his pack. I'm gonna leave him in the pack because he's gonna be hard to get out of there. But he has rotation in his arms where they can just basically go all the way around in a circle. He has a bend in the elbow, and he has no bends in the wrist. He has his legs can go forward and back. They can't go all the way around. He's got bends in the knee. You can see it right there, and then his head rotates side to side. That's the only articulation that he has. And then these have peg systems. Like here you see they got peg systems that just snaps together. And when I had this thing out of the pack, that suit really doesn't snap on him all that well. But that's the way it's supposed to be made, and it really doesn't work all that well. Yeah, that's a Ben with plumber suit. And then we have another one. This pack's been crushed, but he's never been opened, but the pack has gotten crushed. These are the ones that you could collect. And this right here is the one that it is. You saw I had another one of these already open. This is one that hasn't been opened, but his pack has seen better days. But yeah, there's the Ben Tennyson battle version, but that's when he's in the superhero outfit. And then we have another one that's never been opened, and its pack got crushed. But I do have another one of these with me to go over here in a minute that is open. But this is the DN Alien. We got the DN Alien here. And then at the back, you can see the ones that they make. Which I've collected all of these on the back. I've collected every single one of them. And then it also advertises the Omnitrix that I got that I showed you. But we got that. And then we got some in a pack. So let me get these 2 out of their pack right fast. We have Wrath, I think is what they call him. Anodite Gwen. And here is the DN Alien. And his little spitting stuff. Here's the Anodite Gwen. She had an energy fireball thing, but I lost it. But this is Gwen in her Anodite form. And she has rotation in her head, which can basically turn side to side. But this long hair that she's got. And then you have rotation in the arms. They can go all the way around. Does the same for both. The legs can rotate like that. And only that. She has no bends in the knee. But yeah, you have her like that. In her Anodite form. The DN Alien. He's got rotation in his arms. Just basically twists all the way around. He has bends in the elbows. The legs can go forward and back. There is no bends in the knee. The head can turn side to side. He has this thing right here made kind of on his chest area, but you can pull it off. And then when you pull that off, you have this thing that has like a notch. You just got to find the correct notch. And it goes like that or something. There's a notch in there. You just got to find it. Then again, I think it's on that. My bad. I wasn't supposed to take that off. But for some reason, that does come off. Okay, so you put that there. Then there's the notch we're looking for. And this thing right here goes in. It goes in there somehow. Think like that. There you go. There's your spitter. DN Alien. And then we have Wrath. He's got rotation in his head. He just turns side to side. He's got rotation in his arms. He has bends in his elbows. His legs can go forward and back. He has bends in the knees, but not by much. But that's it for that pack. We got one more pack to go over. And this will be the end of my Ben 10 figures. And I'm thinking about going over my Transformers next, or maybe my Zoids. I haven't decided yet. But it's going to take me a while to dig those out. So those videos will be a little bit. Grab the end of that Gwen. Put her back in her pack with these guys. Let me close this bag. Okay. There we go. They're now back in the bag. And now for our last bag. Which this thing has a lot in it. First of all, we have her in the bag. We have this little thing. We got another Omnitrix. There's a piece to the Chromastone, the big Chromastone that I had earlier. Didn't know that was in here. Okay. So first of all, we have this Bego missile thing that goes to the big Chromastone that you've seen in my earlier videos. I didn't know that was in this bag, so I can put that back with him now. We got little miniature, a Wild Mutt, like a little thing. I think he's like going some goo or something, because this is when they started doing these things. And you got a little miniature forearms in the same color. You have a little miniature, whatever this thing is. Still don't know this thing's name. Then you got a little miniature one that's a Ultimate Spider Monkey, I think is what that is. Because it looks like the Gorilla Spider Monkey. Yeah, that's what it is. But you got those. Those back in the bag. Here's Exhilarate's running stuff. I didn't know that was in here. That goes on Exhilarate's feet. To make him look like he's running fast. We have two of the same Ben 10. These came from an egg machine. In a store. These are like little Ben 10 egg machine figures. We got two of them. Oops, dropped it. We have a an egg machine forearms. And then we've got an egg machine gray matter. Which is about the only gray matter that I have, because I never did get the figure. Then we have Gwen when she was disguised as Lucky Girl. And she's got rotation where she can turn her head side to side, I think, but it's stuck. Yeah, I'm not going to turn that. It's stuck. Don't want to break her head off. But anyway, she's got rotation in her arms that can go all the way around. Her legs can go up about that much. And they can go back about that much. She has no bends in the knees. But that's the young version of Gwen. When she was Lucky Girl. We have a Omnitrix here. Which it may be dead. Let me see here. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's dead. But this one was a projection one. And you would twist this thing to do the projections. So let me just figure out how to get that out of there. Okay. We got to press on this one right here. And it'll come out. But you can see there, it's got projections. And these would project on the wall or on the ceiling. And you would have these projections of all of his forms. But this one was a projector. I can still wear that one too. It still fits on my wrist. And then our last one is the teenager Gwen from Ultimate Alien. And she's got this vehicle looking thing. Yeah, this is her vehicle looking thing that she's got. It's got like a missile right here at the front and a gun. It's got her in there. And this thing like I can't remember exactly what it does. Okay. So it does something like this and then it twists around and then I can't remember if it like turns into like some kind of a gun, some kind of a battleship or something like that. I just can't remember. The wing rotates right here. I would try to get her out of there, but she's hard to get back in there. Let me see here. She's hard to get in there and get out. Her ponytail's going to catch. This is the thing where you will literally have to take off this whole front piece right here just to get her out. So, let me see if I can do that real fast. Okay, I got it unhooked there. Her feet's caught. Gonna have to eject that missile. Let to fire it right there. And there. But anyway, here is the teenager Gwen. And she can turn her head side to side. Not by much because it's hindered back here by the ponytail. The ponytail will catch her back. She has rotation in her arms that go all the way around. No bends in the elbow. She can basically sit down. She's got a hinge in her waist. There is no movement in the legs. There is no bend in the knees. She's just made solid like that. I'll try to get you a detailed version of her face. And there's her face. Here is Lucky Girl, just in case I didn't get her face. But yeah, Gwen's younger version and her teen version, which is pretty funny because they're about almost the same height, even though in this one's supposed to be the kid Gwen. That's the way they made the figures. And you saw here we have a missile. You just pop this missile in here. Somehow. Missile's being stubborn. It's got to be a certain way it's got to go. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a certain way it's got to turn. And you just pop that in. And just fire this. Press the button here. And it shoots the missile. And this is like a little plastic piece that just snaps down on top like a little radar beacon thing. Here is the cockpit. Then here's this thing right here that'll fold up when you're not got her in it. I can't remember if it had a front. I think this thing has something, but if you collect separate pieces from it, because I think this is one of them where they made it where multiple pieces connect to this thing from the looks of it. But I only got this piece, which is the tail end. But I think it made a big old ship if you collected them all. But I never did collect them all. And then the last thing to go over is this thing right here. This is a little thing that you would just put a bunch of random parts on here. And then, how does this thing look again? Okay, pull that out. It's jammed because it's old. But yeah, you would basically pull this apart. These are really jammed. I ain't gonna pull that, probably break. But anyway, these pieces would come apart and then they would eventually, you know, go together like that. And it would, you could fuse and mix different parts that you collect and make ultimate, like aliens and stuff. But that's like a little pocket capsule thing. And it would snap onto the side of your belt. But that's the little alien thing. But that's it for this video, and that's it for these figures right here. We are now going to be moving on to something else figure-wise to go over. Not sure what yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But you all have a blessed one, and when I come back, we'll be going over some more figures. Not sure what we'll be going over yet, but we'll be going over something, and Titanic's Payment is getting ready to come out by the 19th of this month, which when I get it in, I'll be able to build as long as it's the building on the top decks, but I'll still have to wait for the replacement parts when it comes to the hull. But luckily, we do have that figured out, and I've got some replacement parts coming in. And I'm very grateful for the person on YouTube that did that for me. It means a lot to me. But anyway, y'all have a blessed one, and goodbye.